Session 3, Ways of Life. Tonight's activities focus on an exploration of ways of life in your community. We'll take a constructive look at lifestyles past and present. The elder will speak about some of the milestones in the life of a community member. Then, we'll have a discussion about culture and the significance of Indigenous languages. Finally, we'll continue the Tree of Life activity. The session starts as usual by getting together and welcoming participants to today's activities. You can briefly introduce the theme of today's session, Practicing Ways of Life. Invite the elder to conduct whatever ceremony, protocol, or acknowledgements are appropriate for the session. You can budget about 5 minutes for this portion of the program. After the opening is mealtime. If you decide that it's appropriate, you can ask the elder to bless or give thanks for the food. Invite families to serve themselves and give priority and assistance to elders and anyone who might need extra help. Make sure that everyone lends a hand to clean up. In total, the meal should take about 30 minutes. Once you've finished eating and cleaned up, you'll be collecting feedback on the last session from participants. This should take about 10 minutes and involves asking the group the following questions. What do you remember from last week's session about family roles? Then you can review the take-home activity by asking, this session will be looking at ceremonies and rites of passage. Would anyone like to share the story of their name or the names of their family members? What do these names mean to you? Next, the elder speaks. This week's teaching should focus on the meaning of good ways of life and some of the ceremonies that community members go through, past and present. Please talk with the elder about their contribution ahead of time and provide them with the resources available in the program materials. After the elder speaks, invite participants to share their thoughts on the elder's words, using the discussion cues from the manual if necessary. In total, set aside about 20 minutes for the elder's talk and the discussion that follows. Once the discussion wraps up, you'll be leading the first breakout session of the program. This means that youth and parents are split into separate groups for about 15 minutes worth of activities. The youth will be spending time with the elder, practicing basic words and expressions in their language. The adults will hold a discussion about the meaning of culture and cultural transmission. After the breakout session, you'll either be A, watching a video or exploring a coloring book, or leading a group activity if you're running 2.5-hour sessions, or B, heading right into the Tree of Life activity if you're holding 2-hour sessions. If you're holding the 2.5-hour sessions, refer to the relevant pages at the end of Session 3 to determine which of the 3 activities you'll conduct for this 30-minute segment of the program. Continue the Tree of Life activity from the past session. Today, you'll be explaining the plan to turn the Trees of Life into a mural by the end of the final session. Refer to the manual for a complete explanation of the plan for the Tree of Life. Families will review the ideas that they came up with for the tree's trunk and branches, and then think about their tree's roots, which represent activities that families would like to engage with more in the future. Schedule about 30 minutes for this portion of the session. Session 3 comes to a close after the Tree of Life activity. We recommend that you thank participants for their presence and let them know that you're looking forward to seeing them at the following session. Next, explain the take-home activity, which asks participants to look into the original names of places in their community. Finally, you can lead participants through a relaxation exercise or ask the elder to offer a closing word or observe any other meaningful practice. Keep in mind that this video is only a summary of the session. Make sure to read the detailed description in the manual and to prepare the material as indicated. Thank you for your role in bringing the Listening to One Another program to families in your community.